10 tiles are numbered 1 through 10 and are turned face down. One tile is turned up at random and a die is rolled. What is the probability that the product of the numbers on the tile and the die will be a square? So our first step is going to be that there are 10 tiles and we have 6 possible rolls from the dice. So we have 10 tiles and 6 rolls from the dice. And so from this we know that we have 10 times 6 equals 60 total possible combinations or outcomes. And next, our second step is going to be to identify the possible square products. So the largest product you can get with the given numbers, which is 10 times 6 is 60. And the perfect squares up to 60 are going to be, if we list them, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, and 49. So from this list, we have 7 possible perfect squares. And now we want to determine which combinations of the tiles and dies will result in these perfect squares. So to check the perfect square, we're going to start with 1. So for square 1, it's 1 squared. And to do this, we get tile number 1 and die 1, which results in 1 way. For the second one, the square is going to be 4. So from over here, square 4, to get that we get 2 squared. And 2 squared, we can use a tile tile 2 and die 2, or we could use a tile 4 and a dice 1. So from this we have 2 ways. Next we have the square number, which is 9, which we know is 3 squared. And for this one we can have a tile 3 and a dice number 3, or we could have a tile 9 and dice 1, which results in 2 ways. Next, for square 16, we can use tile 4 and D4, or tile 8 and D2, which is also 2 ways. For 5, we can use the square 25. For this one, we have tile 5 and D equals 5, since 5 times 5 and 5 times 5 is the same, so you have 1 way for this. 1 way, and then for 6, square of 36 equals 6 squared. For this one, we also have tile 6 and dice 6, or we can have a tile 9 and dice 4, 2 ways. Last one is 49, which is 7 squared. We could have, for this one, there's going to be no possible combination for this, since we don't have anything greater than 6 on the dice, and we can't get it by itself from the tile, so it's going to be 0 ways. And if we sum all these up, we get 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 and plus 0. And up here we can write it as 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 equals a sum of 11. So we have 11 ways or favorable outcomes to achieve a perfect square product using the tile and dice combinations. And we found out that we had 60 total possible combinations, so it's going to be 11 over 60, which is C.